Good morning, my friend. Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning. 你好，早安. So, this is a podcast 50 years in the making. Yeah, just joking. You are very much welcome to my very first episode of a special format. This is the very first time I'm recording a podcast in my life. Never done it before. I've done YouTube before. So let me do some self-introduction first. Who am I? My name is Gabriel, or you can just call me G, like the letter G in the alphabet. Yeah, we'll stick to G. And I have been thinking about what to do with my life after I turn 50. So this year, I will be turning 50. And I think I found my IKIGAI. So today's episode is to explain to you, everyone who is listening, what is the motivation behind this podcast and what is actually IKIGAI and what will be useful to you in this podcast. So step one is, what is IKIGAI? IKIGAI is basically a Japanese life choice. Let's call it that way. And I found Ikigai through the concept of Ikigai. I found the concept of Ikigai through this research for my ultimate goal, which is living well beyond 100 years old. And that is, to that extent, is more than just diet and exercise and that kind of things. Oh, by the way, I'm a bit distracted because I'm on the beach right now. I live on the Gold Coast in Australia. It's a beautiful place here. I will attach some pictures in this podcast as well, in case you want to take a look at it. I'm a bit distracted because I'm on the beach, the wave is running and a lot of people walking by, and this is also my very, very first time doing this. I'm excited. I'm not nervous, I'm just excited, that's all. And one more thing I can promise is I will try to keep this always to a 10 minutes format every morning. 10 minutes. Okay, now back to Ikigai. So what is Ikigai? Ikigai is basically a way of life on the island of Okinawa in Japan, southern Japan. Beautiful subtropical island. And a lot of people there are very famous for living way beyond usual average lifespan of a human being today. So it's very common to find someone who lives happily all the way to 110 years old. It's not uncommon. And my goal has always been living a happy, fulfilling life all the way beyond 100. And naturally, Ikigai is one part of the puzzle that I found. And why is this relevant to you? When you're listening to me, I hope you fulfill the following profile. This podcast is targeting squarely at men between 12 to, let's say, 99 years old. 12 to 99, but you must be a man. So if you are a woman, please find something else to listen to or watch. And this is never intended for you. And do not criticize me for being blunt and honest, because it was never intended for a female audience. So if you are a man between 12 to 99, this is a podcast for you. Now, about Ikigai, the lifestyle choice of Ikigai goes through everyday life in Okinawa. They have very different kind of lifestyle choice compared to a modern lifestyle, which means it does not involve a lot of digital media. It does not involve heavy consumption. It does not involve showing off using latest Instagram pictures and travel flex, that kind of things. Instead, it's about basic lifestyle choices. Yeah. Eat healthy, have something to do every day, have a nice social connection, and so on. I won't be able to explain Ikigai in detail in just less than a few minutes. Instead, I want you to go on YouTube, search for the word Ikigai, Ikigai, okay, IKIGAI, and you will find a wonderful audiobook for free for about 3.5 hours. Listen to that book, and you will know exactly what this is about. Now, the reason I talk about Ikigai as a guiding principle for my life, and hopefully it will benefit your life in the process, is because I've done a lot in my life. I'm now 50, turning 50 now, and in the last basically 50 years, I've done probably more than most people in their entire lifetime, 2 times over. And I've learned a lot of lessons in the process. I also have kids. I have a son that's 12 years old, and I have a daughter that's 8 years old right now. And I want to use this podcast also to teach my son what he can do to find his own Ikigai. And let's just say this podcast is a bit like the audio version of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So you witness how somebody with my background educate his own children, and also how I want to establish new connections, and how I keep in touch with my existing friends circle worldwide. And I'm doing all that in 10 minutes chunks every morning. So here's the promise I have for you who is listening still. I promise every morning when you wake up, there will be an episode ready for you. It won't take more than 10 minutes of your time. I suggest you just subscribe and put on notification bell, so that every morning you can just, while you are doing your morning routine, like go to toilet, take a shower and so on, put me on your speaker. You don't have to look at the screen. Just listen to this voice for 10 minutes only. And I promise you, I will make your life slightly better at the end of this 10 minutes. This is my promise. And in return, all I need is your 10 minutes attention of your time. That's all you need to do. And no payment, no paywall, nothing of that kind. And take this as an opportunity to get to know another person somewhere in the world. We probably will never meet, but it doesn't matter. Most important is you get a glimpse into a mindset of another person who might, because of his life choices in the past, with his experience, it might benefit you as the listener and give you additional motivation or inspiration for how to change your life to the better. Maybe I will help you to find your own Ikigai, hopefully. All right, this is the very first episode, and I hope you like my voice. I'm gonna attach a couple of pictures of my daily life here on the Gold Coast in Australia, and it's meant for you to get an idea of who is the person that is talking to you, and hopefully we get to know each other better in the future. Yeah, so that's it. Signing out for the very first episode. Have a great day. Bye.